I'm back. This is like third try doing this video. People knocking on my door. I'm losing my train of thought. Anyway, this video, I am back because I wanted to talk about when God qualifies you, okay? And what do I mean by that? Okay, so what I mean by when God qualifies you is when God has not only given you the gift and the talent to be able to do something, but He's told you, do it. You know, He came to you and He was like, do it. He probably didn't say it like that. Maybe He did. But He said, do it. He laid it in your heart. He put it in your spirit. You've got an urgency that, hey, this is something that I want to be doing, okay? I don't care if you're wanting to begin to bake and sell your goods, and somebody want to come along and talk about something. Hey, so you think you're a pastry chef? You didn't go to school for that. Mind your business, okay? And, you know, you've got somebody that the Lord has put a word on the inside of them, and He has called them to preach His word. Here's somebody want to come talk about something. I don't remember hearing that he went to seminary. You didn't go either. Mind your business. Okay? God gives us what He wants us to have. You've got some people who He has just given them a brilliant mind and all sorts of things they can do, but they allow themselves to be held back by technicalities. God don't work on technicalities because He's not a God of this world. Nothing in the Bible about a degree or nobody having a degree or whatever. When God puts something on the inside of somebody, He wants them to walk in that. He didn't say, well, walketh thou now, but only if thou hast a degree. He didn't say that. When He puts something on your heart, just walk in it, because we don't know how often we have hindered our blessings by not walking in what God has given us. Okay? Another example. Maybe you find that you are a natural born leader and you get on the job and you just constantly find yourself in leadership positions. Maybe you have held yourself back, or you didn't even try to apply for a certain position because you felt that you weren't qualified. Guess what? God does not operate like that. When God says to do something, or when God opens a way for you, favor ain't fair. It's not. You know, sometimes we see people getting things and we're like, oh, they're getting it and I'm not. Well, did you step out and do what God told you to do? Favor isn't fair. And as God's people, we have favor. And as God's people, we receive certain qualifications that are of a heavenly nature. We can't sit around and hold ourselves back because God, you know, told us to do something, but we feel like we're not qualified to do it. Or Jim Bob down the street said, you're not qualified to do that. Well, Jim Bob, you're not qualified to stand on this corner all day long. Don't listen to that. Okay? I'm here to encourage you to step out on faith. If God put a book on the inside of you, write that book. If God told you to start that small business so that He can work on growing it, step out, start that small business, because He is going to do the rest of the work. If God told you to go to so-and-so and give them some advice on the situation that maybe they're going through, ain't nobody asked you to go get no psychology degree so you can go give somebody some advice. Just follow what God told you. Just do what He asked you to do. You don't know the doors that He is going to open for you. You don't know what God is with. He just wants us to take the first step. All He wants us to do is move our little legs, take the first step, walk forward, and He's going to do the rest. We don't have to shy away. So on tonight, I encourage you, do not shy away. Come out of that. Come out of this, well, I only have 11th grade education, or, well, I'm just this, or I'm just that. I'm just a stay-at-home mom. Who's going to listen to me? I'm just a teenager. Who's going to take me seriously? I'm just a janitor. Who's going to pay for my invention? I'm just a nobody. I haven't done anything significant. I haven't been anywhere significant. Who is going to follow this thing that I do, that God has told me to do? You just step out. You step out. He has done the first thing by putting it onto your spirit and by giving you the ability and the gifts to carry that thing out. God is faithful, and I guarantee that if you just step out on faith, do what He asks you to do, then He will do the work, and you can walk through that door with all favor just shining all around you. Trust me. Take the first step. Now, this video is already too long. Probably going to take my phone about 6 hours to upload this thing, so I'm getting off of here. But heed what I said. Step out on faith. Take that first step. Don't be discouraged by your status or your station. Don't be discouraged by what kind of lack you have, or the lack of degree, or whatever that you have, because God can, does, and has qualified people. And if, keyword, if you are doing something that God has called you to do, not that you called yourself to do, okay? Don't you be calling yourself to do things. But if you are doing something that God has called you to do, then step out on faith, do it, receive what He has for you, and be blessed on tonight. Have a great night.